said InfoWars guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Alex Jones, the massive conspiracy theorist, has yet again sounded his disbelief, or not necessarily disbelief, but denial of the Sandy Hook Massacre. So the Sandy Hook Massacre was a massacre done in a school in which I believe it was like 30 plus kids died, and it was just one of the sickest, saddest, disgusting stories I've ever heard in my life, especially as a kid and student myself. And when that happened, I wasn't really all that old either. I was in like 7th grade or something. So these kind of things are just really deeply depressing and sad and scary, and a sad realization that there are these sick killers out there. But here's what Jones said. So he's talking to this guy named Eddie Bravo. I don't know, looks like another guy who's like I don't know if he has a New York accent or not. He looks like it, and he kind of sounds like it. Dr. Steve Pikznik. Wow, that's a tough name to pronounce. And you got some heat for this. This is the kind of changing the subject a little bit. Dr. Steve on your show said that no kids died at Sandy Hook, that it was a Homeland Security drill that they passed off as real. How do you do any of this? Like, imagine all the things that happened. So, all of the kids dying, all the victims. Like, this is an insult to the victims. Why do you have an odd feeling to make everything and anything a conspiracy theory, no matter what it is, if it's a murder or football game or whatever the hell it is? A movie, I just saw a movie of his. He's now conspiracy theorizing that it was an anti-Trump movie. How do you make Logan portrayed as an anti-Trump movie? I just don't get it. Alex, you are going a little crazy here, buddy. Okay, sorry. So he says that, and I've been hit. This is Alex Jones. He says that, and I've been hit really hard with it. I can't prove it one way or the other. You can prove that it happened because the bloodshed was there, the bodies were there, the people there to check were there, the reporters were there, the people who repeated it were there, the people who died were there, the victims were there, the parents and family members who were mourning because their kids were dead. Those people were not conspiracy theorizing. They were not pushing a random agenda of yours that you have, you fucking dipshit. This is legitimately insulting to the victims of this horrible crime and massacre. I know Anderson Cooper standing up there and turns and his whole nose disappears. I work in TV. I know what a blue screen is, bro. Yeah, and this is Bravo again. Yeah, and I have one question about Sandy Hook. The one question. The Tower 7 question is, why weren't the Medivac helicopters called? Okay, this shit is just, I don't even know what to tell you. And this is the problem with conspiracy theorists, too, is that it doesn't necessarily always follow logical, argumentative thinking. So, again, you can't just bring up a random question and make it imperative, like, hey, you have to answer this or that. Like, it's super ridiculous. And I get this type of argumentative action a lot because you can't disprove something that's a negative, so it's impossible to do that. I don't think you guys understand that. And this is the flaw with conspiracy theorists. So, this whole thing is so stupid. This is, again, an insult to the victims and the people who have died. And this guy, he's literally taking advantage of kids murdered, literally slaughtered by a man shooting them at a school that they were supposed to be getting education and learning and having fun and conversing and laughing and, grinning and all this stuff, right? He's using that for money and for ratings and for attention, and that's the sad part. This guy's a fucking savage.